rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? Good evening. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. So we're going to rock for a little bit. I got some stuff that I want to talk about. The Knicks signed somebody today, Tyler Hall. I have no idea who that is. I don't know if he'll have an impact, but clearly the Knicks had faith enough in him to sign him over signing another big. Miss Geraldine, what's good? How you doing? Rich boy, what's good? I thought my thoughts were the Knicks got 19 people. I'm thinking that they were going to sign a big, seeing that Nerlens Noel has knee soreness and Mitchell Robinson is out. Taj Gibson is 64 years old. And Jericho Sims is raw. My thoughts were they were going to sign a bouncy big to come in and hold it down while the others get healthy. Clearly, that's not what they're wanting to do. They have faith in Jericho Sims. At least it appears to be that way to me. They have faith in Jericho Sims. I have faith in Jericho Sims. Right? Anthony 212, what's good? What's good? Don't know what this kid will bring, but I guess we'll see. I guess we'll. Clearly, he brings something to the basket. Clearly, he brings something to the table. They had faith enough in him to sign him, so clearly something is going on there. I read the Knicks PR tweet. They said the terms of the deal were not disclosed, so it's probably like a show me deal, basically, a can't body deal, kinda. Right. So how y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing out there? Good. Okay. So let me start with this. I had a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Just off of GP, and then we'll see where the conversation goes from there. Right. A couple of things I want to talk to y'all about. I have a question. Who is Obi Toppin? Who is Obi? Right? Who is Obi Toppin? Philip Casanovas was good. Who is Obi Toppin? Right? I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know yet. I don't know yet, right? Obi is so Obi is intriguing. I don't know what he is because I don't know who he is. Does he have the potential to be a sweet shooting face up four with some dribble drive capability? Is he a is Obi a athletic freak? Hey, Anthony 212, you read my mind. Is he an athletic freak with some shooting capability? Is he a um just a ball of moldable God-given NBA gifts that can be molded in the image of the head coach? Um, is he high upside everything, not good at anything yet? And don't take that in a disrespectful way. That's actually, a positive. Is Obi Toppin a high upside everything that's not good at any one thing right now? Is he a high energy, big off the bench, non-starter, key rotational piece on a championship team? Is Obi a all-star in the making that just needs opportunity? Now here's where things are going to sound negative, but don't take them as a negative. Just listen to me. Hear me out on it. Is Obi a point guard dependent big that can't create his own shot that will thrive with a playmaking point guard? Is Obi Toppin cut out to be a open floor driver, striver in a fast-paced up-tempo offense that only eats in the open court? Is Obi a potentially is Obi potentially a defensive get out and run guy that will play good defense? And I'm talking about potentially down the road, not right now. Potentially a defensive guy that helps you get stops, that gets out and run when you get defensive rebounds. Is Obi a jack of all trades, master of none, with the potential to be a leadership guy, a leader? Is Obi a dunker only. So I ask you all these things because right now we don't know, right? And I'm gonna say this, and I don't want this to sound disrespectful. Just listen to me in context. I think Kevin Knox was like that when we first got Kevin Knox. Like, what can he be in 3 or 4 years? The unfortunate thing with Kevin Knox was he had a bunch of doofuses as his head coaches and no development staff. Obi, on the other hand, has the perfect coach and the perfect development staff, in my opinion. So I don't want to compare him to Knox because he's not Knox, and Knox is definitely not Obi, right? But some of the same questions you could have asked some of the same questions at the same point in their careers. Obi, on this one hand, has everything in his favor. He's got a head coach and a front office and an organization that loves him, supports him, is looking to develop him. And Obi also has a rookie that came with him that has the same work ethic as he does. Right? Obi is going to be something. We just don't know what. While Kevin Knox, we didn't know if he was going to be anything, and he has seen the fall by the wayside. But who is Obi Toppin? Who is Obi? If you ask me, if you put me in front of a firing squad and ask me who Obi Toppin is going to be, if my life depended on a legit answer for who Obi Toppin is, I would tell you that Obi is going to be an NBA All-Star, high upside offensive skill player with otherworldly athleticism, right? Defensively, however, he will have his challenges. Off the dribble, he will have his challenges unless he expands his move package. You saw Obi whip out a move the other night. The go one way, cross back over, spin move to the basket layup. You saw that the other day. Clearly, that's something that he worked on in the offseason. Clearly. Because that one move showed you that he worked on three things. Setting up his man, he worked on in the offseason. He set up his man. How do you set up your man for a move? So he worked on that in the offseason. And it seems like something small, but setting up a defender to attack that defender takes some time, right? You got to understand floor spacing. You got to understand who the defender is, how far you are away from it. It's a bunch of stuff that go into it. The great scorers have it naturally. Right? He also worked. So part two, he also worked on handles. Because in order to cross somebody up, you have to have handles. Now, am I saying Obi Toppin has elite level open court handles? No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, however, is he worked on handles in space. Obi definitely worked on his handles. Definitely worked on his handles this offseason. Right? The spin move. is a part of attacking the rim. Every attack on the rim doesn't have to be a dunk. Sin Mears was good. Every attack on the rim does not have to be a dunk. Every attack on the rim does not have to be a dunk, and that may be something that Obi learned in the offseason. So we saw some Obi getting better at this in the summer league. That was impressive. That was impressive. Right? Obi adding skills to his move package is impressive. Very, very impressive. Be Civilized was good. So what is Obi? So I'm thinking Obi is gonna be all-star caliber under Tibbs. Under Tibbs now, not if something happens and the boat gets rocked and we start changing coaches and the instability comes back, I don't see Obi developing at all. Because young guys need stability, right? Young guys need stability, right? It's why you wonder why guys like Donovan Mitchell enter the NBA and become good. It's because they enter a stable situation. Right? Young guys need stability. The reason why Donovan Mitchell can enter the NBA and become a star is because he went to one of the most stable franchises in professional sports in the Utah Jazz. It is what it is. It is what it is. Stars, the reason why Dwayne Wade became a star is because he went to one of the most stable franchises in the NBA. Quiet Money, what's good, my guy? Guys, young stars develop, and I'm going to shift away from Obi and talk to this point, but I'm going to come back to Obi. Young stars, young guys that become stars, go to organizations that are stable and their growth is consistent. And I don't mean growth over the course of years. I mean growth from day to day. Their day-to-day growth is consistent. Right? Doesn't seem like, oh snap, look who hit. Julian Blum is in the building. What's good? So guys go to stable situations, and I mean early on, right? I mean early on. Guys become stars, they go to stable organizations. And I'm talking about for the most part. I'm not talking about the outliers. I'm not talking about your number one picks. Those type of guys. I'm not talking about your guaranteed stars, your transcendent stars. Like I'm not talking about your Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not talking about your Anthony Edwards. I'm not talking about your Anthony Davises. I'm talking about regular guys that have potential that may go like somewhere like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in a draft. I'm talking about those guys, not the number one pick. Right? Those guys are going to be stars regardless where they go for the most part. I'm talking about your Kawhi Leonards, guys that have a lot of talent, go to a stable organization like the San Antonio Spurs. They get to grow incrementally every day. Learn the game every day. Learn how to be a pro every day. Learn film study every day. Trainers, the team trainers, teach them every day. Like, hey man, listen, you know, you're for your size, you're not as strong as you should be. These are the reps that you should be doing every day. Right? This is what you need to do. Give you an example. Obi, you're 6'9", 220, and you're not as strong as your frame suggests you should be. This is what you should do every day. And from year 1 to year 2, Obi looks smaller, but is the same height and weight. He looks trimmer, but is the same height and weight. But what happened is he is more compact, and he's a professional now. He's not just a college kid, eating Cheetos and drinking Hug juices and going to play basketball. He's got trainers in his ear. Hey, Obi, do this so that you can get bigger and stronger. Right? Same thing with your Dwayne Wades. Your Dwayne Wade goes 4th or 5th in the draft. I think he went 5th to the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat at the time was a stable franchise. They're still stable right now. If Dwayne Wade had gone to the Washington Wizards, would he be a star? Would he have become a Hall of Famer? If Kawhi Leonard was not drafted by the Indiana Pacers and traded to San Antonio, say if Kawhi Leonard was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves, would Kawhi Leonard be a Hall of Famer? Right? Just think about this thing. So, because I'm gonna get back to Obi. I just want to paint this picture so that you can follow along with why I'm saying the things that I'm saying, and so it just doesn't sound like I'm just saying one-off stuff. Right? I just want to paint this picture. Right? If Kobe Bryant wasn't drafted by the Charlotte Hornets and traded to the LA Lakers, would Kobe Bryant, if Kobe Bryant was never traded and he played for Charlotte, would Kobe Bryant still be Kobe Bryant? Probably so. Some guys are just gonna overcome, but at the same time, Kobe Bryant didn't have to overcome when he went to the Lakers. He went to a stable franchise. Right? Right? So a lot of these guys, give you an example, a guy that we have, Julius Randle. At the time that Julius Randle went to the Lakers, they were not stable. They were a mess. At the time Julius Randle went there, there was a 3 or 4 year stretch where the Lakers were a mess and couldn't figure it out. Right? They had an aging superstar in Kobe Bryant. They had an aging superstar that was past his prime in Kobe Bryant. Right? Julius Randle goes there. He does not fulfill his full potential. But he has a mentor in Kobe Bryant that's in his ear that is trying to get the best out of Julius Randle. Like, hey, big boy, I know you 6'9", 250, but you don't look 6'9". You don't have an NBA body, Julius Randle. You have a high school dominant body. At 6'9", 250, I can't tell the difference between. What's the difference between Julius Randle and Terrence Jones at this point? And I'm talking about Julius Randle back then, not Julius Randle now. There was no difference between Julius Randle and Terrence Jones, right? And a lot of y'all don't remember who Terrence Jones is, but Terrence Jones was a standout at Kentucky, and he was a big body dude just like Julius Randle, right? So Julius gets in the gym and listens to Kobe and takes steps incrementally, and you can see him get better over the years to the point now where Julius Randle is an all-star. So what I'm saying to you is this. Oh, let me use another example. Let me give you another example. Is Damian Lillard out of Weber State, Damian Lillard today, if he had gone to, say, the Atlanta Hawks? No, because the Atlanta Hawks at that time were not stable. They are not stable now. They are an up and down franchise. They're good for 5 years, bad for 5 years. Good for 5 years, bad for 5 years. That's the Atlanta Hawks. That's the Atlanta Hawks. People don't remember they see Trae Young right now. They got lucky. But remember, these are the same Atlanta Hawks that drafted Luka Doncic and traded him away. They drafted Luka and traded him for Trae Young. Right? So now back to Obi. And the reason why I compared him to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox was drafted 9th pick in the draft. We passed over some guys, drafted Kevin Knox. Had a bad head coach, bad front office. Kevin Knox turns out to be collateral damage from dudes that don't know what they're doing. Can we save him? Can we save Kevin Knox? That's a discussion for later. Right now, we're talking about Obi. Obi is drafted by Leon Rose. Leon Rose is prized possession. Right? I hadn't seen over the past 2 seasons, I hadn't seen much of Leon Rose, but the night he drafted Obi Toppin, he was the most excited that I've ever seen him. Leon Rose was the most excited that I've ever seen him when he drafted Obi Toppin. Right? Y'all saw it. Y'all remember draft night. They showed the picture of Leon Rose, the Mafia Don, usually straight faced, straight laced. You know what I'm saying? Usually, like, you can't push him off his spot. No matter what the pressure is, you ain't gonna get him to smile when he don't want to smile. You ain't gonna get him to be mad when he don't want to be mad. But the night they called Obi Toppin's name, he was excited. So you know that Leon Rose backs Obi Toppin. Right? Now, when you factor in that you bring in Tom Thibodeau, the one thing I know that Tom Thibodeau will do is teach young players. Tibbs is going to teach all players, but let me get. Tibbs is going to teach all players, but young players are going to learn one way or another. They can learn the easy way or they can learn the hard way. Eli M, what's good? Right? Tom Thibodeau is going to teach young players, right? He's going to teach old players too, but he is definitely going to teach young players, right? That's what he does. He teaches players. Tom Thibodeau lives this game. Tom Thibodeau lives this game. Right? Lives it. And in a way, Tom Thibodeau is kind of like, I really don't want to say these names because these cats won championships and Tibbs has not. But it's still early. In a way, Tom Thibodeau is Bill Walsh-esque. In a way, Tom Thibodeau is Bill Parcells-esque. And that he is a hard driver because he is a student of the game and knows how to win at this game. Right? Tibbs knows how to win. Right? And we can't dispute it because, for one, in 9 full NBA seasons that he's coached, he's won the NBA Coach of the Year twice in a 9-year career. That's amazing. That's amazing. That Tom Thibodeau has won Coach of the Year in the NBA and has only coached 9 seasons. You know, people think that Tibbs has been coaching a head coach for like 20 years. Nah. In terms of coaching, Tom Thibodeau is a young NBA coach, not in age, but in experience. Right? Tom Thibodeau has only been coached 9 full seasons. This is his 10th NBA season. Right? This is his 10th NBA season as head coach. And out of those 9 full seasons, Tom Thibodeau has won Coach of the Year twice in 2 different cities. That's impressive. That's impressive. So, Uncle Freezy, why are you talking about Tom Thibodeau like that? Because Tom Thibodeau can take the least and get the most out of it. Tom Thibodeau can take the least and get the most out of it. Tibbs can take the least and get the most out of it. And so I guess we're saying, like, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means if you have talent, Tom Thibodeau can get the most out of you. Derrick Rose had talent, and he played under Vinny Del Negro in Chicago, and they were good. And Derrick Rose made splash plays, but Tom Thibodeau came along, and Derrick Rose won MVP. And sure, you could chalk that up to Derrick Rose maturing and a whole bunch of other stuff, or you can give Tom Thibodeau credit for helping Derrick Rose get to the next level. Boost Mobile, what's good? Tibbs can help you get the most out of the least. Right? Tom Thibodeau is the guy that gets the most juice from his squeeze. What's good? What's good? DeRoss, what's good? And when you give Tibbs a chance to squeeze, he's going to get the most juice. It's what he is. It's what he does. It's what he does. Right? So how does that equate to Obi Toppin? If Obi Toppin has any talent, you can best believe Tom Thibodeau is going to get the most out of that talent from Obi Toppin. He is going to get the most out of that talent from Obi Toppin. Right? So if all those questions that I asked, what is Obi Toppin? What is he going to be? Tibbs is going to pull all that talent to the forefront with Obi. So if you're an Obi fan, you should be excited about what the future holds for Obi Toppin. If you're a fan of Obi Toppin, you should be excited about the future. Right? You should be excited about the future. Here's another thing I want to throw. I wanted to ask y'all this. Uncle Fulio, what's good? Uncle Fulio's in the building. Let me do something real quick. I should have did this earlier, but sometimes I start talking, y'all, and I forget. So here is some. Listen, Jericho Sims. Did you see how Tibbs was coaching Jericho Sims the other night? Right? Yo, City, what's good? City, hit the link. I called you the other day, man. You ain't call me back. I'm mad. I called City for real the other night, man. He ain't called me back or nothing. I'm mad. I'm mad and frustrated with City for real right now. So, Jericho Sims. If you saw how Tibbs was coaching Jericho Sims, it makes you think that he is invested in Jericho Sims. He coached Jericho Sims like he was coaching Obi Toppin last year. Couldn't stop saying, "No, Jericho, what are you doing?" Jericho Sims is going to be a player. Jericho Sims is going to be a player. What type of player? We don't know. It's still early. Right? So I'm not getting ready to sit here and say that Jericho Sims is going to be Patrick Ewing. I don't like doing stuff like that. Right? I don't like doing stuff like that. But what I will say is that Jericho Sims eventually will have an impact on this Knicks roster. And that's amazing because the kid was taken with the 58 pick in the draft. Yo!
Bam. Yo, what's good?
What's good, family?
Yo, what's good, Free?
Ain't nothing to it, man. It's good to see you, man. I called you the other day.
Yo, I'm sorry, man. I wound up going to sleep, bro. Like I was legit out, man.
Oh,
This
man.
will take a lot out of me. But yo, what's good? What's good? Yo, Freezy, guess what? I got the bright lights back on, so you know what that means.
Bright lights, big city. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know that it is the season. The time is now. This is the season. Let's go.
The time is now, bro.
Let's go, man.
Let's get it, bro. Let's get it.
Let's go. I'm ready to see these guys believe and achieve, man. Do whatever they need to do. You know.
Bro. I'm glad to see you because I missed a couple of your calls, and when you called me, I had people in my face. You know how that go.
Oh yeah,
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 yeah.
you know you got people in your face. They like, but I wanted to take Thursday and Friday off, and it's like Wednesday. Like, how you gonna tell me you want to be off tomorrow and the next day? You could have told me that last week. Now you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know how it
So
is,
good.
bro. It's
It's so
crazy.
good. We back at it, man. We back at it. How's
Yeah.
everybody doing tonight? How you doing tonight, Freezy?
Man, I'm good. I ain't heard the roll call in so long, bro. I ain't heard the roll call in so long. Man, I kind of miss it. Man, maybe we could do,
Hey.
can we do the roll call in like 30 minutes? You got 30 minutes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm about that life, man. That's my thing, man. That's listen. That is my cue. That is what I love to do. So you already know what it is. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I'm here. I am here for that. I love it. I love doing. If there was if there was a thing where we could just say, hey, let's just get City on so he could do the roll call. I'm there all the time, every day, all day. I'm with it. Like you know
Oh,
what I mean? That's one thing. I love shouting out the people, man. I legit. That's
I love shouting out to people too, bro. I love shouting out to people, man. I love the crowd, man. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Just love it. Just love it, man. I was looking at the game and I was like, man, I wonder if City got the chance to see the game. Um, I was impressed by a lot of stuff. We have another game tomorrow. I'm excited about the game tomorrow as well. Right. Um, I want to see the young kids play, but I also, more important than that, I want to see Tibbs establish a culture of winning. I don't care about, you know, weird box scores and all that stuff. I just want to win. Right.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I didn't watch I didn't watch the 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 first preseason game. I didn't watch it. I was preoccupied, but I'm legit. I'm gonna be on all of them. I'm good. I'm golden right now.
right. I forget what time the game come on tomorrow, but I'll probably rock tomorrow during the game. And just to chop it up with the fam to so that we can so that
Oh,
all of
what
us
time
can
is it
see.
on?
I think it's like 7 or so tomorrow, 7:30 or something tomorrow.
Okay.
So yeah, I got League Pass in the works. I don't know. Me and me and Spectrum, Spectrum is Time Warner Cable.
Y'all going to class?
Yes. So
Oh, free.
Specs.
I'm seeing. I'm just seeing all of the orange and blue love in the chat right now. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it
Yeah,
from the
man.
people, and oh, they make me want to get in my bag because I see it, and I can't help but acknowledge it. I'm sorry.
Hey, do
I,
your thing,
I,
bro. Do your
I
thing.
can't
This
help.
ain't
I can't help but acknowledge it. Yo, thank y'all. Yo, thank y'all for being here, man. What's up with the y'all showing y'all orange and blue love, man? That's what we talking about. Yo, that's what I like, man. Yo, y'all want the roll call? Can we see some more? Can can we see some more? Can we see some more orange and blue? Y'all been doing it. Can we see some more orange and blue love in the chat so we can get the roll call going on so we can shout out indefinitely, permanently shout out, man. Let's go. Let's get that. Let's get that thing up, man. Let's see that orange and blue wave. Let's just keep that going, man. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I'll shout y'all out. Y'all already know what it is when we want the roll call going on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's yeah. That's a yo. See, I love it, Freezy. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man.
This is what I like to do. I like to shout out to people. I like to talk to them and tell them, whatever it is that's on my mind, man. Like, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? And let's go. And Julian Blum, long time, always here. Julian Blum is always here. Julian Blum is here when I'm not here, man. Shout out to
Man.
Julian Blum for being here and doing that orange and blue love, man. Let's go.
Yeah,
Boost
man.
Mobile, boosting up everybody's mobile while y'all in the stream. That's what Boost Mobile does. If y'all don't know, now y'all know.
Now
I
you
ain't gonna
know.
say the other word because we don't want to be you know or
Yeah.
whatever. But who else we got? Who else we got in here? Day Ross. Did I say it right? Did I say it right? The Ross?
Yep. Yep.
The Ross?
Yep.
Did I say it right?
Bim.
Michael Hansen said, "Get that energy up." Tell Michael Hansen, tell him get that energy all the way up. Let's
Get
go,
that
man.
energy up.
Let's
Let's go,
rock.
baby.
Let's rock. Let's rock, man. Can we turn it up a notch? Can we turn it up a notch? Did y'all like? Did y'all subscribe? Did y'all share? Just
Yeah,
asking the
man.
question.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Shout out to Uncle Fulio being here, rocking with us, stuff like that. So what? Yo, what's our
Oh, I
main
ain't even see you, man. I got my why my phone, man. You sent me the
what's
thing.
our
I ain't even
main
see
topic?
it. I ain't even see your text, Joe, till just now. What's happening?
Yo,
I ain't even.
um
I ain't even see your text message till just now, bro. I swear. I don't know. Maybe it's time for a new phone, bro. I don't know.
King Ribby says, yeah, gotta get that let's go behind that. Yeah, let's go, King. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get this thing rocking, man. Like, yo, don't make me bring Dark City out. I'm trying to keep that guy in the raps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Sometimes Dawg City can overwhelm you with the Knicksness. Dawg City be like, "Let's go Knicks,"
Hey,
and then there's like 8 billion people saying, "Let's go
hey,
Knicks."
remember when we had the bed claw situation?
Yeah,
Huh?
man. Yeah, man.
I want to, yeah. But anyway, yo, so what's our main topic tonight, man?
So
What was we doing?
so I want to talk about the NBA landscape, and I asked who is Obi Toppin, right? Who is Obi Toppin? What is Obi Toppin going to be eventually, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Obi Toppin going to be, right? Um, where is Quentin Grimes? Where is Quentin Grimes, right? And who is going to be the Knicks breakout player this season, right?
Ooh.
And I sent Uncle Fulio the link because I want to see how he doing, man. Too. I don't get a chance to talk to him as much as I want to, man. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Fulio probably mad busy, but um. But I want to talk the NBA landscape. This morning, I introduced a topic. Last night, I introduced a topic. I kind of want to touch on both of them a little teeny bit, but I don't want to beat them to death because we already talked about them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Last night on the Knicks at Night podcast, I um I asked the question: what happens if Julius Randle misses time? What if Julius Randle misses 20 to 25 games?
Mm.
You know, what do we do, right? And then this morning I asked, um, are we going to eventually regret letting so many young kids walk out the door, right? And
Right.
the one I think we're going to regret on not being patient enough or not knowing what to do with them. Take a guess. Take a guess on who I said. The one,
If
the young one.
you do not tell me Do not tell me. Do not. Do not tell me it's Frank.
What?
Don't. Don't say it. Don't say it. Are you?
City. What I'm saying is I don't know if we will. I don't know. I don't know because it's early. I don't know if we're gonna regret letting so many young players walk out the door, right? Because think about this. I'm gonna start saying some names, and you probably have
Okay.
forgotten about these guys already, right? You probably forgotten about these young guys already, right? But since Leon Rose has been here, Alonzo Trier has been waived.
Mhm.
Damian Dotson was not re-signed,
Mhm.
right? Kadeem Allen, Jacob Evans III. You don't even remember him, right? Who was Jacob
No.
Evans III? Remember? Amari Spellman. Amari Spellman was a young player that played here last year. Frank Ntilikina, Terrence Ferguson, Vincent Poirier, Iggy Brazdakis, Dennis Smith Jr., Skylar BCA, right?
Mhm.
There are a lot of young players that have come and gone in this last year and a half.
Right. But
A lot of young players.
how many? How many of those young players that out of everybody that you name, right? How many of those young players have significantly made an impact? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm talking about? Like, none, all of those players that you name, not really, none of them has really made an impact on our team to where we should feel like, yeah, we keeping this dude. Like, you know what I mean? None of them. None of them.
I know the city,
Have
but
they
I
have they
know.
played decent? I mean, Kadeem Allen played decent at certain times. Like, you know what I mean? So if we gotta cut loose some weight, then we cut loose some weight. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the nature of the game, baby. It is what it is.
So you saying that you don't regret young players walking out the door?
None of the players that we've named, no,
Not off that
because
list.
I don't see them. I don't see them. I don't see them. Listen, when Dot, when we had Dot, everybody loved him. Everybody said, "Yo, free Dot, free Dot, free Dot."
Free dot,
He
yeah.
went somewhere else. He went somewhere else. If I remember right,
Cleveland.
he did light us up. He did light us up a little bit, but after that, like, yeah, I mean, you don't hear nobody ranting and raving about him.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so we gotta chalk it up to the game and say it is what it is.
Right. So what I'm getting at is because I understand that perspective.
Hmm.
I do. I do. But what I'm saying is, what I'm asking is, are we going to eventually regret letting not all those players, but letting a young player walk out the door that we could have? Because you know when I talk to Knicks fans, you know what they say. You know what they tell me? Man, I wish we would have kept Trevor Ariza. You know what I'm saying? People say, man, I really wish we could have kept Doug Christie. Because Doug Christie left us and went straight to the Sacramento Kings and started challenging the LA Lakers, Kobe Bryant and them, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
for the West Coast, the Western Conference Finals, right? What
Right.
we do, what we do is the opposite, bro. We let a lot of young cats walk, and then we sign veterans that are past their prime, that are injury prone, and we love them. And we can't say that that's a thing of the past because we just did it the past 2 seasons. We went out and signed Derrick Rose, and then this year we signed Kemba Walker. Will both of them contribute? at a high level for us? I think so. I think so. Is City in the Matrix? City, you in the Matrix?
Here are matches for the Matrix. Matrix?
Not you. There he is. There he is. City, you was in the Matrix for a second, bro.
Oh, did I do the full bend back joint, or did I just
Yep. Yep. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. You said something about a red pill and a blue pill. I don't know what you was talking about.
Well, y'all know me. I'm Dark City, so I'm taking the red pill every time. I'm just saying. That's what I do.
Yeah. Hey, so, but I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. The one player I think we're gonna regret letting walk out the door is Dennis Smith Jr. I think we're gonna regret that, man.
Really? Well, hold on. Time out, Freezy. Why would we regret that if we let go of Dennis Smith Jr. and we acquired one Kemba Walker?
Well, I know what you're getting at, but hit me out on it, because it's not. I'm not saying that I regret getting Derrick Rose in a Dennis Smith Jr. trade. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Because in the grand scheme of things, I think we could have gave up something else. I think we could have gave Detroit Austin Rivers and that second round pick to get Derrick Rose. Right? Remember, we had Austin Rivers at the time, right?
Right.
So we had Austin. I think we had Austin Rivers at the time. So, and we wound up trading Austin Rivers for a bunch of nothing. Right? So what I'm getting at is not that I guess what I'm getting at is I know that front offices want to bring in their type of players. Right? Front offices want to bring in their type of players. Dennis Smith Jr. didn't fit. They traded him, and they felt like they did the move that was best for him. Right? They felt like they felt like they made the best moves for them, because the front office, in the grand scheme of things, they've got rid of a bunch of players, and we don't even acknowledge how many moves the front office made. No lie, when we traded for Terrence Ferguson, I was excited. I thought Terrence Ferguson was going to be a player. They cut him on the spot. He didn't even get a Knicks jersey.
Right.
Vincent Poirier, I didn't know who it was, but he was a young big, right? They cut him on the spot and then wound up signing Norvel Pell.
But look, but Pell went out like a trooper. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. I ranted all off season about why Norvel Pell still had a roster spot. Right. I'll give you another example. The latest example of young players getting shown the door before we really know what they got. Luca Vildoza. You ain't seen Luca Vildoza play one game in a Knicks jersey. We paid that man, and then we cut him.
Yeah, but whose minutes was he literally gonna? I mean, I get it. Maybe what they saw, right? Maybe what they saw in practice or whatever it was that they were doing. Maybe, just maybe, they saw that he wasn't gonna get ahead of quickly. He wasn't gonna get ahead of Rose. He wasn't gonna get ahead of Kemba. Like Burks, even I mean, maybe even the young guys, McBride, like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they just saw something to where, like, yo, nah, bro, you ain't got it. And if you, I feel like this for our front office right now. I'm just gonna be real and be legit and say, listen, if they feel like you ain't got it, you ain't got it, and you out the door. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And chop it up to it is what it is. You know, that's the perfect saying of saying, you know what, we don't need you. It is what it is, and we'll go about our ways. And if you turn out to be something, because listen, we see teams do this all of the time, right? where where they give up a couple of young players, or they shell out a couple of young players, and then 4 or 5 years later, that young player decides to be either something great or a good 3 and D or whatever. But whatever team they were with at the time, that just wasn't what that team saw in them. You know, it happens all of the time. So I'm not worried about our moves that we make. I'm just worried about what we're gonna show and prove when we on the floor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's for me. That's what it chops down to. What we gonna show and prove. And I
Yeah.
feel like our team right now, what we got, I feel like we gonna be in the mix. I feel
I
like we got significantly better, right? So we should be, yes, we should be we should be in the mix, man. We should be in the mix for third, fourth seed, maybe.
right. Right. I'm not knocking. See, the thing is I'm not knocking the front office moves in the direction that the team is going. It's not what I'm
Hmm.
doing. What I'm saying is you know how like you pick up sand in your hand at the beach and some of the sand slip through your fingers? That's what I'm talking
Hmm.
about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Dennis Smith Jr. going to Portland and taking Damian Lillard's spot. That ain't happening. I know that already. I know
Right.
this already, right? What I'm saying is Danny Landis is in the building. What's good?
What's good, Uncle Freezy?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Pretty good. Yourself? How you feeling? Did you drink
Man,
some tea?
yeah, I'm drinking tea right now. As a matter of fact, I went into one of them big box stores, man, and they had cups on sale for 49 cents, man. I think I bought like $30. I think I bought like $30 worth of these cups, City.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean,
The
you know what
same
I'm saying?
one. You could have at
Huh?
least got some orange and blue ones.
They didn't have any more orange
Yeah.
ones. I got
Ah,
the blue ones. They didn't have any more the orange. They had that weird off peach color. You know what I'm talking about?
okay. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And so I got some.
Salmon.
Yeah. That ain't orange. You know that ain't. And so we entertain a lot. So when I saw those cups, I was like, yo, instead of them having those red solo cups all in my backyard, all in the grass, and then I have to go out the next day and you know what I'm saying and clean them up. You know what I'm saying? I give them adult cups, and then that way these rude boys at least put cups on the
Hmm.
table. You know what I'm saying or whatever. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Danny, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. Not bad. Hanging in there.
Good, man. Good. So I
Just
so City and I were talking about first who is Obi Toppin, right? Where is Quentin Grimes? Where is Quentin Grimes at? Right? Our first round pick. Where is Quentin Grimes? And the third question was who is gonna be our breakout player, excuse me, this season, right? Right. And then just now I asked City two questions. What happens if Julius Randle misses significant time? And the second question is, are we going to regret letting young players walk out the door? Right? And when I asked them about the young players, the first question, the first player that comes to everybody's mind is Frank Ntilikina. But the
oh god.
but the mass
Don't mention
exodus,
that.
I know, but the mass exodus of young players didn't start with Frank. It started with Kadeem Allen and then Alonzo Trier, right? Jacob Evans the third, Amari Spellman, Terrence Ferguson, Vincent Poirier, Dennis Smith Jr., um, Terrence Ferguson, Dennis Smith Jr.
What's the other guy's name? Library something.
Oh, Skylar BCA.
There you go.
Skylar BCA. Yep. Iggy Brasdakis. And the door is still open for Kevin Knox and Mitchell Robinson to leave. Right?
Yeah, but none of those guys, out of all of those guys that you named, the only person I would say that made an impact, like, around the league, besides Dennis Smith Jr., DSJ, was Mitch. Like, everybody else is like an unsung hero. Everybody else is unaccounted for right now. Like, if you ask somebody, "Oh, what about Trayer?" What are they gonna say?
So here's the thing, City. Here's the thing.
So why would we be worried about letting him slip through our fingers when he nobody's calling his number? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's calling his name right now. At least I don't think so. Last time I checked, I haven't heard any hoopla from him.
So my fear though is City is this. Not that those guys that we mentioned are NBA All-Stars yet. It's too early. They just left. They didn't get a chance to show what they can do on other teams yet. What I'm saying is the door is open for young players to leave. Now, what if Kevin Knox walks out that door, goes to a LA Clippers, right? Who that all they need is floor spacing for Kawhi and Paul George, and he goes there and starts averaging 12, 13, 14 points a game, right? What if Kevin Knox goes to a Portland Trailblazers where they have a point guard in place and this dude averages 16, 17 points a game, right? And I'm saying, what if? Now, I'm not begging Knox to stay. I'm not, right? What I'm saying is, what if? What if Mitchell Robinson goes to a team that all they need is a shot blocking center, like the LA Lakers? Mitchell Robinson goes to play with LeBron and starts winning championships. Is that a reflection on what we did as a franchise, or is that just a part of it? He didn't blossom here. He went somewhere else. He blossomed somewhere else. And like the Beatles said, let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's more or less of sometimes I would say this, right? Out of the people that we drafted, sometimes when you get drafted and you go to the team that you go to, whatever, sometimes whatever point in time that you get drafted is just not in your how do you say it? It's just not there for you right now. But then you go cards. You go somewhere else, you start flourishing, and you start doing other things. Now, could that be because of the coaching? Could that be because of whatever system they're running or whatever other players you have around you? Who knows, right? Who knows? Because those things happen on a daily basis in the NBA, and that's just real talk. Like, that's just one of those things that you just can't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you draft a guy, and next thing you know, you had him for the 3-4 year contract or whatever, and then the next thing you know, he goes somewhere else, and then he turns into a 17-point scorer, and you're like, well, what happened? You only averaged when he was with things now.
It's the wrong system for him. That's what it is, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I can hope Kevin Knox goes somewhere else and tears it up. I hope that for that kid. He seems like a good kid, you know.
Right. No doubt. And so, Danny, the thing with me is I'm not saying that it's the Knicks' fault that a cat didn't develop, and I'm not saying that it's the player's fault for taking too long to develop. What I'm saying is asking is, will we regret that eventually, not giving kids a longer leash to develop? That's what I'm asking. And so And so I brought up Dennis Smith Jr. because the people in Portland, the Portland fans that I talked to, they are super excited about Dennis Smith Jr.
Really?
Bro,
Wow.
super excited to the point where they talk trash to me. Like, I can't believe y'all let this dude walk. What's wrong with y'all? That's why y'all a
Really?
disaster. Yeah, yes, bro. Yeah, man.
Dennis Smith Jr.
Dennis,
Wow.
exactly. I was like, who? And they were like, DSJ is gonna be a player, bro. So yeah.
Wasn't he? He was pretty good though for a few years ago though. He was doing his thing though. Remember?
Yeah, and he got here and was
He
a
fell
disaster.
off.
He fell off in New York.
Yeah.
And then he goes other places and he's a baller.
But what do you think? Do you think it's the system, or you think just the bright lights of the big city killed his career a little bit over here?
I think it might have been a bag of misfortune while he was here. Like the back injury, his stepmom passing away, a bunch of stuff.
Bad luck. Yeah.
While he was here. And so because in theory, the same thing happened to a kid named Kyle Lowry, right? Kyle Lowry was drafted by Memphis. He looked like a bust. Then they traded him to Houston, and he began to turn the corner in Houston a little teeny bit. But he became Kyle Lowry in Toronto. People think Kyle Lowry was drafted by Toronto. He wasn't. He played for Memphis. People in Memphis was like, Kyle Lowry is fat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so it just took Kyle Lowry, you know what I'm saying, a little time to develop, and people were not patient enough with Kyle Lowry. Now Kyle Lowry is an NBA champion, a max contract guy.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And so the thing is how patient are you willing to be with guys that have talent, like intangible stuff? And so the thing with DSJ is I personally, I don't regret him leaving. I don't regret the Knicks trading him away because he didn't show enough. He didn't show enough while he was here. He just didn't.
No, he didn't.
He didn't show enough while he was here, so I don't regret
and
it.
I was excited when I first got him. I was happy. I was like, "Wow, we're getting Dennis Smith Jr."
Me
like,
too.
Oh man,
me too. Me too. I was excited, right? But the thing is, with Dennis Smith Jr. and Frank Ntilikina, they didn't show enough while they were here, so I don't regret them being gone, right? But the thing is at what point can you point to the Knicks development staff and say, hey, the Knicks development staff turned this player into somebody? And we can't say RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett was the number 3 pick in the draft. He was going to be something anyway. But everybody else has shown nothing.
What do you think of Mitchell Robinson? What do you think like his ceiling is? What do you see like his best numbers could be? Like a 15 and 12, 15 and 11, 12, 13?
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be a 13 rebound guy. I think the best we can get out of Mitch is
10, 11?
Probably 12 and 10 and very good defense. Very good defense. Right? That's what I think. City's trying to jump back in. I think he got something going on. Let me do this real quick. Wacko Knicks Fanatic. Thank you for the super chatter platter. DSJ is a 6'1" Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry. Oh, goodness.
Wow.
Don't bring up Eddie Curry. Remember Mike Sweetney?
Yep, I remember Mike Sweetney. Yep. Hey, Worldwide L, what's good? I was just checking for y'all. Y'all must have just wrapped up, L. Worldwide L, I was just checking for y'all, man. I smashed that like button. I saw y'all was on. What's good, L? the thing I want to say though um to letting the guys kind of sneak through the door is at some point we gotta stop having the exit open for young kids and develop some of these young kids. You can't just draft them, bring them in, cut them, 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 cut them. At
Yeah.
some point, you got to start developing people, man. Right? I mean, and so the only player that I've seen the Knicks bring in, aside from RJ, who's the outlier, any top 4 pick. So over the past whatever many seasons, the only top 4 picks we got were RJ Barrett and Kristaps Porzingis. Both of them developed into players, right? Both of them developed into players. But outside of the top 5, when we draft outside of the top 5, bro, these dudes don't show us anything except Emmanuel Quickly.
Yeah.
Everybody else, the jury is still out.
What about Toppin? Obi.
Obi Toppin in 11 minutes a game last year, he averaged 4 points and 2 rebounds. And you would think, and Danny, think about this, right? Think about this. You played ball, right?
Yeah.
Think about if you played a game to 21 and your big only got 2 rebounds. What would you say?
I'd be very disappointed.
Very
disappointed.
Right? What if your big was an athletic freak though?
And still
got you 2 rebounds.
That's not good. Doesn't work. When I was playing, I was going for every rebound all the time.
Right. So what's up, City? Right. And so what I'm saying is I'm not bashing Obi because I think Obi is a moldable thing of clay. I think we can make Obi into whatever we want him to be because he's got the God-given gifts to do a lot of things easily, right? But at 6'9", with a 44-inch vertical, you would expect Obi to get more than 2 rebounds a game.
I think he's gonna have a breakout year this year. I have a good feeling about him.
I think so too. I think Obi. I'm projecting Obi to be about at least 12 points and at least 6 rebounds. Yes. I'm projecting Obi to be about 12 and 6 in limited minutes behind Julius Randle.
I'll take that.
Right.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, man. And so the thing is we can't say, what about Obi and last year he in 11 minutes he only averaged 4 points and 2 rebounds. That's not impressive for a top 10 pick, bro.
But do you think that has something to do with the development staff, though? Maybe.
I think that has something to do with Obi.
Oh, with Obi,
because rebounding is a hustle stat. Rebounding is not a skill stat. You know what I'm saying? If it was a skills thing, I could say development staff. But hustle and heart stats like steals and rebounds.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot, Freezy. When I used to play, even when I'd go for every rebound no matter what. If someone else shoots, I'm going to try to get under the basket and get that board. I see a lot now. Guys just start running up the court. They don't even go to wait there to try to rebound the ball.
Right.
You know?
Hey, bro, what I'm saying, I'm not knocking Obi, right? What I'm saying is this. I want Obi to be more assertive.
Assertive.
Yeah. Be more assertive, be more aggressive. Right? I want that. I need that, man. I want that. I need that from Obi, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing with Mitch, people say Mitch don't get a lot of defensive rebounds, but Mitch gets a lot of offensive rebounds, though.
He does, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That he does, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you get a guy that's just a better offensive rebounder than he is a defensive rebounder. It happens. It happens, bro.
I think we've been giving Kevin Knox a lot of chances, though. He's been this is his 3rd year now?
He's going into his 4th season.
4th season. They've given him a lot of chances. They give him a nice leash.
Him and Mitch.
So there must be something up with him, like why they don't play him that much. Maybe he doesn't go that hard in practice. I don't know what it is with him.
Well, Tibbs said that the dude practices extra hard, right?
Really?
Yeah, Tibbs said the dude, he loves the way Kevin Knox practices, right? But I don't know if it's just a thing where it's like the kid just isn't a fit for this team. Sometimes it happens. You know how you get a job, you go to the interview, you get a job, and you seem like, you're a perfect fit. Or sometimes you just need the money. And then you go in and you realize you ain't a fit. You're like, man.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Yeah. Sometimes sometimes it's just like that, bro. Sometimes you just not, and then you try to make yourself fit, like try to do what everybody else is doing, and and sometimes you just not a fit. But the thing with Obi though, the thing with Obi is I need Obi to be more aggressive, man.
Yeah.
I need Obi to kick it into beast mode, man.
I think he's going to hit into beast mode this year. I have that feeling. And I have a feeling, what else my feeling is? I think Derrick Rose is going to beast this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, bro.
Him and Kemba together? Oof.
That's going to be crazy.
Oof.
That's gonna be crazy, man.
Kemba looked good that game. The first game.
Kemba
looked
did look good. Kemba did.
He's ready to roll.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, and so the thing I was getting at is with the development and with oh boy, here come trouble. Here come trouble.
What's good?
Every time you say Obi Toppin name,
there he is.
Guess who
Sarge
pops
is
up?
in the building.
Guess who pops up? I'm coming in on Friday night, so this is what we're gonna do, Freeze. This is what we're gonna do. Because I'm tired of all this, these naysayers and people that come out with these takes that they are the best GMs in the history of sports. So this is what we're gonna do tonight, Freezy. We're gonna trade one Mr. Obadiah Toppin, one Mr. Emmanuel Quickly, 2 first-round draft picks to go get Ben Simmons. That's what we're gonna do tonight. Let's make that happen. Let's do that. How insane does that sound? Come on now, people. What are we talking about right now? Look, I'm gonna tell you something. This is that whole thing that people have. You ever seen these people? And I know people do this, right? And it's no knock on people because you got the thing that you do to get you through your day and get you on to the next day. But you got people like me that have insomnia and can't sleep. So what do? Before we had all the streaming stuff going on, now when I tell you this, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. So before all the streaming stuff went in and you had cable TV and all the channels went off and you were sitting there watching QVC at night,
yep.
And they be putting up all these nice little and it looks good on TV. And in your mind, you're like, oh, I could definitely use that. I could. So you got a whole bunch of QVC crap sitting in your garage right now.
Right now.
That you never used.
George Foreman grills.
There you go.
George Foreman grills.
I'm saying
the vacuum that do go by itself. The little
the little robot.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We got all that, and so when people come in and they come in with these insane, to them in their mind, I'm sure it makes sense, right? I'm sure if you lean your head to the side real quick and squint your eyes, it's just the right spot. You can make anything look good, right? But when you straighten up and you open your eyes up, you're like, oh, I didn't think that looked like that.
Right.
I say all that to say this, Free. There is no reason at all that we should be talking about trading anybody that's on this team right now. Why are we talking about that? The only thing I would tell you is this. I would say that there are some positions, and we talked about this the other day. There are some positions specifically at the 5 that cause us to be concerned right now, just for the sake of injury, right? So right. I always say now, if we bring in Mitchell on slowly. Got it. We don't want to have him re-aggravate whatever injury he's got. We resting Noel right now for whatever reason. So it is what it is. But I promise you right now, if Taj Gibson is the person that we depended on to start at the 5, the New York Knicks are going to be in trouble. He's serviceable right now, right?
Yeah.
But if you're talking about playing, yeah, exactly. So when you talk about playing the regular season at the 5, come on, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? Really? I have to believe in my heart of hearts, this front office is smart enough to know and identify where our deficiencies lie, right? So, it's going to be what it's going to be. But, again, I came in hot, right? And I normally don't do that, but I've been on a couple different platforms, and I'm watching people like, what are you talking about, dude? Really?
Right.
No, we're not doing that. So before I get into all that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to
the Knicks at Night
Nick at Night podcast. Yeah, thank you, Freezy, because you saw me. You saw me. I was going down that road.
Welcome. Y'all smash that like button, man. Hey,
Oh,
salute
yeah,
to Danny
that button.
Landis, City for Real, and Sergeant Nicks, aka G-Man for Life. City for Real having tech difficulties, but he coming back in.
No doubt. No, it was good to see City. I saw the bright lights. I was like, oh, let me get my stuff right. So I had to have my co-producer come upstairs and help me out, which is my daughter. That's tech support. So when I call for tech support, I had to text her. I'm like, hey, could you come upstairs and help me with this? She's like, for real, Dad? You know what time it is? For real?
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to get this together early in the day.
Right.
You interfere with my beauty sleep right now.
Right.
But
Hey, so G-Man, here's the thing. I'm not knocking Obi.
right.
What I'm saying makes sense in my mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
If a dude plays 11 minutes a game, he should have more than 2 rebounds.
So
if he was a guy, okay, so if he was a guard and got 2 rebounds in 11 minutes, I'd be like, okay, well, he only played 11 minutes. But when you're a 6'9" athletic freak built like a bodybuilder almost, bro, you got to get more than 2 rebounds, man.
I agree. I think that this year you will see that change just because we watch Obi in the paint more, right? So the way that the floor space right now, he gets the opportunity. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, but have you seen the fact that one Mr. Julius Randle is not playing in the game on Saturday for personal reasons?
Yep.
So we will get to see one Mr. Obadiah Toppin. I'm going to get my wish because I always said I want Obi to have more points. So in my mind, and if Tibbs don't do this, I'm gonna have to take a trip to the Garden, and me and Mr. Tibbs gonna have a conversation. But Obi should be starting at 4.
Yeah.
If Obi is not starting at the 4, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
I'm concerned with. I'm more concerned with the Julius Randle personal reasons thing.
What's the reason?
It just says personal reason.
I hope it's not a serious family matter, bro.
Same here.
Because his wife is pregnant.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm hoping, just like you, I'm hoping. First of all, I'm hoping it don't have nothing to do with that.
Right.
That right there take you out of your mindset.
Hey, Julius, if you're watching this, bro, Julius Randle, we hope everything is going well with you and your family, bro. We hope it's nothing serious.
Yes, we're praying.
We hope it's just something that just takes time,
right,
and not something that is I'm saying, it's going to be detrimental to
long term.
To you long term. Yeah.
We hoping that you got a renovation project going on at the house, and you want to hope
sick day.
Yeah. You don't want a whole bunch of contractors running around your house with your pregnant wife, and you ain't at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you take the day off.
Right.
So we hoping it's something like that, but definitely
or nobody is sick. We hope it's not a deal where none of the babies are sick and that like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Julius, because I'm a Julius Randle fan, bro.
Oh, no doubt.
I'm a Julius fan. I'm a fan of him as a man, and as a player.
Yes,
right?
He wins. And that saying that the phrase that he coins is so true. Hard work is undefeated, right? That is so true in all aspects of life. right?
Yes, sir.
You have never met anyone that has worked hard at their craft and failed. They may have had some setbacks, and things may not have gone the way that we thought they were going to go in our mind, because we have a picture in our mind when we start doing stuff and how stuff is supposed to look, right? And then
they said, okay, so his baby is on the way.
Okay, good.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that's what's up.
Right.
Good. Well, good.
Congratulations, early.
Congrats. Yes.
Yeah. Congrats to Julius Randle, man. Julius, if you watching this, bro, you know we love and support you, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
This ain't so you ain't no Julius haters.
No.
You know what I'm saying? As far as this go.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So shout out to Julius Randle. You know what I'm saying? And his family, man. I hope everything is working out for the best. I hope everybody is healthy and safe, and all of that good stuff. Right?
For sure. For sure.
So here's the thing though. I wanted to mention about Obi, right? I believe in Obi.
So
I do. But
Yes,
it's like you know how like when you watch your kids play sports and they could do all the hard stuff, but the easy stuff is a challenge.
Yes. Yep. The
But
basic stuff.
Yeah, like all they could do all the hard stuff, but the easy stuff. Like my son my son used to play ball, right? And he would so his numbers would be weird. He would score like 13 points and have like 27 rebounds.
Wow.
Right?
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, right. And so you like, God damn, so you grabbing all the boards? and the dudes would come to me and be like, bro, if he could shoot, this dude could be somebody.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
But when we come home, I'm like, son, you want to go outside and shoot the basketball, man? Work up.
No.
I want to play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you like, but son.
Call of Duty, that's it.
Yeah. I'm like, man, bro, you had no lie, Danny. One game he had like 9 points and like 30 rebounds. Right?
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
And guess what the rebounds were from?
Offensive or defense?
His missed shots. He was missing shots and getting his own rebound and shooting. Yeah, and kept getting and he looked like a man amongst boys because the other boys they were trying to. So he big. We call him Rock, right? He big, right? The dudes were like trying to foul him and hurting themselves.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, we call him Rock. Rock is like right now. Rock probably like 260.
Wow.
Big, bro. He a massive dude. He looked like Anthony Mason.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He got like an Anthony. Yeah, he got like an Anthony Mason build, right?
That's good. Mason was
Except
a beast.
He might be broader. He might be broader than Anthony Mason, right? But he can jump higher than he can, you know. So he would grab like 30 boards and score like 9 points. And then he ran track too, so he was fast, right? And so the thing I'm like, son, you wanna shoot the ball, son? Nah, man, I'm good. And like, son, you wanna work on your handle, something, man? Nah,
I'm good. I'm straight.
He was a dude. Yeah, he was a dude that no lie. He was a dude that legit only played basketball because his homeboys was playing. He didn't have a heart for basketball. He was just good.
Wow.
Right? But he was a wrestler though. And so G-Man, he the one that I told you John Morant, he was in this basketball conference with John Morant. When I told you John Morant looked like he was 6'1", 135.
Yeah.
And they had him listed at 6'3", 170. Nah, right. Man. John Morant wasn't no 170. I saw the dude with my own eyes. The dude was, man, look.
Really? That thin? Wow.
Yeah.
Danny, trust.
I can see that.
How tall is your son, Freezy?
I don't want to lie to you. 6 something. He's tall, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tall, bro.
But you know what? Maybe I used to play too. I played like him too. I used to just go for all the rebounds. Like I didn't care like much about scoring. I wanted to grab all those rebounds.
Yeah,
that's how I played it.
So he's not as tall as I am. So he might be like 6'3" or 6'4" or something. I don't know.
Wow.
And like 260, something like that. So, but yeah, man. And so I'm not making this about Rock, man. I ain't making this about my son. I really want to make it about Obi, but Rock was like the dude that would play like in high school, they don't play as long as college, and college don't play as long as the pros. So in high school, the dude would grab like 30 boards, right? And set screens, right? He just liked the physicality, bro. He liked the physicality of it.
Right.
Like the dudes would see him set a screen and they would loop way out the way and go all the way around, as opposed to getting smashed on the screen.
Trying to go
smashed,
right?
Pancaked.
That's a business decision.
Yeah. And he was a all conference wrestler too. But what I'm saying though, getting back to Obi is, bro, when you 6'9", 220, 44-inch vertical, top 10 pick, playing 11 minutes a game, you got to get more than 2 rebounds, bro.
I got you.
And G-Man, and here's the thing that I want to drive home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Him and Quickly played in the preseason game, right?
They did.
Two first round picks.
Yep.
One is a very small, slight guard, and
Mm-hmm.
the other is a athletic freak.
Right.
The guard got more rebounds than the athletic freak.
So that's concerning to your point. I would agree, because if you look at aesthetics, you would think that the taller, bigger guy should be the person that's down low getting the ball. I agree.
And our bigs were hurt. Two of our starting centers were hurt.
Yep.
So why is Obi not coming out of that game with 8 or 9 rebounds, bro?
So I think that when you talked about before, Julius Randle playing behind one Mr. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, and Kobe gives him that mentorship and that tutelage to say, hey, listen, if you want to survive in this league, if you want to be successful, you got to get this dog mentality. So it takes some time for him to develop that dog mentality, right? So I think that for Mr. Obi Toppin, because Julius Randle had 8, 9 rebounds in the game.
Yeah.
So the same mentality and the same positioning on the floor that a Randle did, Obi should be mirroring that as he comes in, based on who's on the court with him. But that should be his mindset. So you said this before, right? Get rebounds. That's not a skill play. That's a hustle play. So you got to be willing to go out there and do what you need to do to get that ball and push it up the court, or take it coast to coast, like we saw him do before, right? Yeah. So he has to develop. That's something that he has to develop. That's not something that that's something you can teach.
There it is.
There you go, right there.
Right there.
44 inch. Boy, look at here.
This year is breakout year. I'm telling you guys, this year is going to break out.
Yeah, I agree.
I just want to say, man, sometimes
I have faith in,
bro, when you 6'9", 220 with a 44-inch vertical, and because being able to jump high is one thing, right? But being an athlete is something else. Like what's the difference? What's the difference between Jerry Stackhouse, Vince Carter, and Michael Jordan? All of them could jump out the gym, right?
Some are more athletic than others.
But Michael Jordan had I think they say he had a 46-inch vertical. Listen, when not many people walking the face of the earth can jump 40 inches off the ground.
True.
Right?
And hang in there.
40 inches, bro. Do you know how that's insane? If you know somebody with a 40-inch vertical, you are in rare. Not the person that can jump 40 inches, because that's rare.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's even more rare than knowing somebody with a 44-inch vertical.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's like somebody running 4.3 and a 40.
Man,
the fact that you know somebody that runs 4.3 is rare. The fact that somebody that actually does it is even more rare.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
Bro, I saw John Abraham at a track meet, right? I saw John Abraham at a track meet in Florence, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dude, they had him listed at like 6'4", 255. And I was sitting next to John Abraham. I was like, not only is he not 6'4", he is not 255. Right? He might have been like 6'2". He might have been like 6'2", like 235, something like that. Like 240. Right. But the mere fact that he was a sprinter,
that's crazy.
At 6'2",
that's
240,
crazy. Yeah.
Is because Hussein Bolt is probably the biggest sprinter we've ever seen. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the fact that dude was what, maybe how heavy is Usain Bolt? Usain Bolt is I'm gonna.
Yeah, I want to say like what, 220 something. Cause he's solid. He don't have.
He's a big dude.
He is.
Maybe 220 probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking about in the 220 range, not 220 to 230. I don't see him over that at all.
So he is 6'5".
6'5".
Usain Bolt is 6'5", bro.
Jeez.
6'5". Let me see. I don't know what his weight is though. That's what I'm looking for. Usain Bolt weight. That's what I'm looking for. So Usain Bolt is
6'5". Wow.
That's Those guys look small on TV, man. TV be doing these guys a disservice. I'm like 6'5". Good Lord.
Yeah.
I just want to see the dude. Okay. Okay. 6'5", 207.
207. Yeah.
That's huge for a sprinter, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge for 6'5", 207. You don't see dudes that fat. Bro, that's Randy Moss.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a fact.
6'5", 207.
Dude.
Yeah,
awesome.
But I guess what I'm getting at though is this with an OB being 6'9", 220, you got to get more than 2 rebounds a game, right?
Of course.
And then people said in the playoffs he was the second best player. No, he wasn't. He averaged 6 points, and guess how many rebounds in the playoffs?
4,
3,
2. And more minutes. His minutes went up, and his rebounds did not.
So, so Freezy, I think this, right? I think that you bring up a valid point, but at the same time, I have to say that I believe that if Tom Thibodeau tells Obi Toppin, when you get in the game, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, but I also want one of your focuses to be on getting that defensive rebound, crash the boards, and go get that defensive rebound,
and get out and run, and get out and run.
Yes, push the break, and let's do that. So if I believe if that's the messaging and that's what they're practicing, what they're going over in practice, we'll see that develop and see it produce itself or manifest itself on the court.
Right. Bro, it's like if me, G-Man, and Danny Landis was the front court, right? If me, G-Man, and Danny Landis was the front court, and say City and Cully is the back court, right?
Boy, we will be a pitiful basketball team.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh my goodness. Have some faith in us.
I already know City and Cully gonna want to shoot all the time. I already know they're gonna want to shoot. Yeah, they're not gonna. But the thing is if I want to get in the offense with them, I'm grabbing the board and kicking it out to them, and I'm sprinting to the front of the rim.
Yep.
Of course.
A big's job is his City right here. I hope City can jump back in. There he is. Oh! It's Dog City.
Oh,
wow.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's on tonight.
Yes, it is.
It's Dog City. What's good?
Salute, my guy. Salute.
Darth City has entered the
building.
Oh my, Dog City.
What?
How you doing?
Hey, Freezy, I everybody was saying how Mitchell Robinson got big and everything. I saw him in the thing. He didn't look like that. It still looks like a stick.
Yeah.
He didn't bulk up really. I was like, wow. Everybody's saying he's so buff. I'm like, he ain't that buff.
Right. bro. Yeah, because he don't look. In order for a dude 7 foot tall to look like an Adonis type, they have to be like 300 pounds.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
because I could tell he put on weight, right? But he don't look
No,
like
not.
he don't have like Uncle Freezy type build.
No,
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He just looked bigger. You know what I'm saying?
nope.
I think that the thing with that is, you get in the gym, you bulk up, you do what you need to do, right? But can you put that weight gain or that mass that your build? Can you put that into practice, right? So are you telling me you in the gym? It's been. I mean, you have made it known. Hey, this off season or during the fact that I'm nursing this injury back to health, so I can't be on my foot a lot. So I've been in the gym working out. Okay, I can go to the gym and work out all day long, right? But what does that mean that translates into strength and me doing what I do on a regular basis? So can you go down low and say, okay, last year, well, not even last year because you didn't play last year, year before that, the last time I was on the court, I may have got pushed around a little bit because I was a little weak up top. But to me, if you are in the post, right now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not a genius by any stretch of the imagination. But if you're trying to solidify a position down low, is that upper body strength or lower body strength? Somebody help me out.
That's lower body.
Yeah, and I think Mitchell Robinson probably has more core strength.
Mm-hmm.
So you might not see it in his biceps,
Right.
But having a bigger and stronger, quick twitch trunk is what makes, you know what I'm saying? Like when you see a sprinter, like you notice they arms may not be the thing, but when you look at their thighs and abs,
yeah,
they are fit.
Right.
You
I
know
get
what
it.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
Dar City, what's good?
I'll tell y'all this. His strength.
What was it?
City, I think you're freezing up, brother.
They froze.
Oh, there's a
Freezing,
disturbance.
froze.
There's a disturbance in the force.
There you go.
There's a disturbance.
Call the wizard.
Yeah, man. Hey, somebody got a TV playing or something in the back?
I hear that. I don't know.
Is that you, City?
I hear that. I don't know.
Yeah, City froze up, bro. Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So the thing with Mitch is and Obi is this, man. I really want Obi to be good, bro. And it's almost like it's almost like you know how you want somebody to be so you want them to be so good. You are so desperate for them to be good that it's almost like watching one of your own babies out there perform.
Absolutely.
That's how I feel about Obi.
You want them to be successful,
right?
Sure.
So when I say Obi only got 2 rebounds, it's not because I'm saying that he can't rebound. What I'm saying is Obi need to be more aggressive.
Yeah, I agree.
Aggressive, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He needs to go for those rebounds.
Yeah.
So this is my thought process right here, right? This game, before I was not as excited to watch. I'm always excited. I'm always excited to watch the Knicks play basketball, right? In my Curtis Blow voice.
Yeah.
but now that I know that Randall is not playing in the game, this gives me an opportunity because I've been clamoring since Obi came into the league and he's playing. Only thing you heard out of my mouth, hey, I need Obi to get more minutes. I need Obi to get more minutes. I need Obi to get more minutes. So Obi should be the starter at the 4 position, and he should play minutes for real. Now, if he can take those minutes and that translate with the effort that I saw him playing on Tuesday,
yeah.
Oh my goodness. So now you have, this is the lineup that I envision. You have Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Obi
Kevin Knox.
Toppin. No, so here we go. Here we go.
Wait,
Obi
you
Toppin.
gonna start Obi over Kevin Knox?
You doggone Skippy. Kevin Knox can come off the bench.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I am not freezing. Stop playing right now. See, I thought we were past the point that. So here we go. This is what chemical people do. Danny, let me tell you something about chemical people in the Army, right? What they do, they're those sneaky people, right? So when you ain't looking, when you sleep, what they do is they take these little capsules, right, and put them under this little Bunsen burner and slide them into your tent, and it's like CS gas. It's like tear gas where people throw tear gas at you and riots. And then they sneak out of the tent and they sit back at the tree laughing because everybody gagging and coughing. You got snot coming out of your eyes, not your nose, but your eyes.
Eyes. Yeah, he right.
Oh my God.
G-Man. So G-Man understands what I. So G-Man knows when you bivouac, you road march to a certain place in the woods, right? It's a building, a cement building that you come into, right?
Yep.
And when you come into that building, you see a guy named Uncle Freezy, right? And when you walk in, I ask you to read me the Constitution of the United States, right? but during that time, the room is filled with CS gas.
That's right.
And so by the time you say, "What the Constitution?" Next thing you know, snot coming out your eyes, tears coming out your nose, and all kind of stuff. So the thing is, but like with to G-Man's point though, the dude that's in there, his brain gets fried, and that's why Uncle Sam pays him every month.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
every month for the rest of his life.
So this the thing, Freezy. Why is it that every time I go into that little concrete building, there's always a big tree in the back door when you come out of the building?
Because I need something for you to run into when you run out.
That's it.
It's the joke. It's the running joke. I need an obstacle, and it's used. The first person to do it is always the prettiest girl in your company. The prettiest girl in your company is always the first to run into that tree.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you want to laugh something, because I've been out of the Army for going on 6 years now, right? But I still have that videotape they gave me when I was at basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And I watched myself come out of this little brick building, ripping my mask off. They tell you, okay, don't touch your face with your hands.
Don't touch your face with your hands.
Do not. But what's the first?
Don't rub your eyes. Don't
Rub
scratch
your
your
eyes,
skin. Don't scratch your skin. They tell you all those things, right?
And you forget when you come out of that building, you forget all that because the first thing you want to do, you rip the mask off and you take the back of your hand and you rub your eyes. Now your eyes burning. Now you got to get somebody with a canteen and you got to hold your head to the side while they pour water in your eyes to get the CS gas out. Man, I'm gonna tell you something.
God.
Right.
It's miserable.
It's like and G-Man, and guess what? And so when I was a detention officer, right? Because I did that too. Thank you, South Carolina. Thank you, South Carolina, for paying me.
You are well versed.
So yeah, thank you, South Carolina. I love them checks, bro. You don't gotta do nothing no more. You ain't gotta do nothing no more. But anyway. So I had to get pepper sprayed, right? In order to use pepper spray.
Mm-hmm.
Pepper spray, wow.
And so at one point I was a trainer, and I would volunteer to get tasered and pepper sprayed. Right? They'd be like, because the girls would be like, I don't want to get pepper sprayed. I'm like, it's easy. I'll do it to myself. And I'll pepper spray myself. And I'll stand there and I'll freak out, right? I'll be hulking out. Right? Because I know with pepper spray, I can't wipe my eyes, right? I have to, what I would do is I would have Dawn, this detergent right there. And I'll spray the Dawn in my hands and just, rinse, with Dawn and all that. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know how we got the pepper spray.
For real. We just straight off the rails right now.
Off the rail. But if we want to get back to the thing with Obi, I would like to see Obi do 20 and 10 tomorrow night.
I would too. So let me ask you this. So let me fast forward. We're gonna get into the mothership. In my man Kev's words, we're about to step into the mothership, right? We're gonna take a trip into the future. right? So say Obi Toppin's performance is 20 and 10
Right.
tomorrow. What do you do? Because that's going to give Tia pause right there. It has to give him pause to be able to say, there may be something here that we can kind of build upon. So what do you think, or how do you think that impacts, if it impacts at all, the game moving forward?
They could have played them together, I think.
I would love to see that, but
who's going to play the 3? Because neither one can play the 5.
Right.
You can bring Kevin Knox at the 3.
Oh, you talking about Knox and Obi? You said
if you could play Obi and Randall together,
right? Well,
right.
Then Obi have to play the 3, right?
He has to play the 3 then.
Yeah, because you can't play Obi at the 5.
No.
Unless you're putting Randall at the 5 and Obi at the 4.
Yeah, but Randall isn't he's a good defender, but he's not a rim protector.
Rim protector,
yeah. Scratch that then.
So I think that's right. I think that at some point in the season, just based off what I saw, and again, it's one game and it's a preseason game. What I saw Tibbs kind of messing with the recipe of what the lineup looks like, right? So you start a Kemba. Kemba comes out, him, Evan, RJ, Randall, and Taj out there doing their thing. Then all of a sudden I look and I see Derrick Rose out there with Evan, RJ, Randall, and Taj. And then I see Derrick Rose out there with a Fournier, RJ, Randall, and Sims. So, and then I see this the crazy part right here, right? I see a Derrick Rose, Emmanuel Quickly, Julius Randle, Alec Burke, and Jericho Sims on the floor at the same time. So I think Tibbs is kind of massaging. Tibbs is like that kid that always wanted that constructor set for Christmas, right? And could never get it. So he finally got a constructor set. Now he building Ferris wheels. He building them little moon vehicles with the little rubber wheels that you can roll around. Look, I'm telling you, he is like a kid in the candy store right now. As long as these guys can stay healthy.
Right.
That's going to be the point. They got to stay healthy.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna run it and get something to drink real quick. I'm gonna say this. I think Tom Thibodeau is Bill Belichick that has not found his Tom Brady. I think once Tibbs finds his Tom Brady, I think you are gonna see the evolution of Tibbs and this Knicks franchise. And the reason why I say that is because people look at the New England Patriots as the gold standard, right? In football. Because they have more Super Bowls than everybody, right. and they have a Hall of Fame coach. They had a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Before Tom Brady, the Patriots were trash.
Garbage.
Straight
garbage. Yes.
Bad, right?
Garbage, bro.
Straight garbage. For sure.
Remember, people don't even remember the Boston Patriots. They used to be the Boston
Patriots.
Yep.
Wow.
They used to be the Boston Patriots, right?
That's a fact,
they were
man.
trash, and they changed their name to an area like the Golden State Warriors.
New England.
Like the people. Nobody remember the San Francisco Warriors.
No, they don't.
But they remember the Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
Right.
And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because when you look at when you do a name change and you draft a young kid from Davidson, that people are like, why you draft this kid right here? He ain't gonna be nothing. One Mr. Stephen Curry. Now, why are we drafting Steph Curry to come to the Golden State Warriors? Not the San Francisco Warriors, but the Golden State Warriors. And then Steph has put Golden State on the map. You draft Mr. Irrelevant in a Tom Brady, and he sits behind what was the quarterback's name for New England before Tom Brady started?
Before Tom Brady?
Yeah. Who did he back? Who he was backing somebody up? Oh, and the name is on. Hey, chat, help me out. Help me out, chat. Help me out, chat. Come on, chat. Come to my rescue. Who was it? Who was the quarterback prior to Tom Brady? and he got hurt. And that's how Brady got Bledsoe. Thank you, Keyshawn. Drew Bledsoe. So Drew Bledsoe is running the franchise, right? Now all of a sudden he gets hurt and insert a Tom Brady. And the rest is history. Now Tom Brady is the face of the franchise for all times in New England. Tom Brady could come to New England and run for governor, mayor, the whole nine. That's his city, right? I say all that to say this, to Freezy's point. We don't know what we had. We could have a Tom Brady on the team right now and don't even know it. And I look at things like that when we start talking about and Obi Toppin, and people are high on a Deuce McBride. People are high on the potential for Jericho Sims. He still have to develop, but we're seeing these guys that are doing their thing right now, right? So I mean, we'll see. How do you forget Drew Bledsoe? Because I'm a Giants fan. Drew Bledsoe didn't play in the Giants jersey, so I really don't care about him. But I mean, Danny, it is what it is. But I will be interested to see what. Okay, let me see. Afro says so. G-Man, I ask you now, who do you think this kid's Tom Brady is on the team? So, like I just said, and the obvious answer. Everybody's holding their breath, and they're like, "I know what G-Man is about to say. I know what he's about to say. I know the name that's about to come out of his mouth, and I'm not going to disappoint you. I'm going to say one Mr. Obadiah Toppin, because when you look at the way this thing is set up, right? Julius Randle had to learn to be a dog from somebody, right? That's it. He just didn't wake up one morning and say, "I'm gonna be a dog."
No.
Julius Randle he was fortunate to be able to play with one Mr. the all-time great, rest in peace, Mr. Kobe Bryant.
Yes, sir.
Kobe was able to tell him, "Hey, listen, if you want to be successful in this league, this is what I need for you to do. This is where we need to start. So you're not going to come out of the gate, running a 4.3 40 without, getting your stamina up and working on your techniques coming out of the block. We're going to start with the basics, right? So and that's what Julius had to do. And he didn't do that. He didn't do that in Los Angeles. He didn't do that in New Orleans. What he did, he made a conscious effort when he came to New York after that first season that Knicks fans was calling for his throat every game, Danny, every game, which is how we have Obi Toppin on the team right now.
I remember that Julius Randle, no handle Randle. They were
yes.
I remember.
They were at his throat. So what does the front office do? They say, okay, we went and got this guy from the Pelicans. He turns out to be a bust. So moving forward, what we need to do is we need to go out and get a young version of at this position that we can develop. But they didn't want to say that because the narrative when people went out and they started talking about getting Mr. Obi Toppin, he was supposed to be NBA ready, whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that means, he's supposed to be NBA ready. So we're gonna go get him to replace Julius Randle. So the thing that motivates people the most, if Uncle Freezy is my coworker, right? Uncle Freezy calls me right now and says, "G-Man, check this out. The front office is about to hire a guy named Danny Landis to come in and do the same thing you do. And word on the street is they about to pay him more money than you, bro." So what that tells me is, number one, my job is in jeopardy. So you're bringing somebody from the outside in and you're about to pay him more money, right? So I need to figure out what I need to do to step my game up. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to get in my bag. I'm about to get on, these online learning courses. I'm about to take me some Power BI courses and all this other stuff. So when we go back into the new year at the beginning of the first fiscal year, and we got these projects out there, and we're going over budget, I'm like, okay, I know what to do. I'm gonna do this, and this. Now all of a sudden, Uncle Freezy scratching his head like, what is going on with you, man? You wasn't doing this last year. So the emergence of a Danny Landis into that equation tells me that my organization has doubts about what I can bring to the table. Hence, Julius Randle in the summer going and putting that work in, identifying what those weaknesses are, where he can make gains at, and he goes and he fixes that. Comes into this season, now he's an all-star, the most improved player in the NBA. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on now. That's crazy.
Bro, what?
That's
so
crazy.
y'all saying Obi motivated Julius Randle?
No, what I'm saying is the Obi pick motivated Julius Randle. You could have picked anybody in that position, but
The pick,
when you go in there, first round pick, and you pick it, think about this right here, Freezy.
Same position, yeah.
Exactly. So I am Aaron Rodgers, right? and your first pick in the draft is a quarterback, and you ain't talking to me about it. What does that tell me? That means that we got some issues.
It means
Well,
Brett Favre was right.
Yes,
because they did Brett Favre the same way.
Yes, the same way. So when you got people out here that are drafting or hiring somebody at your same position, performing the same function, that means you are an endangered species at that point.
Yep.
You have a shelf life.
Right.
So you need to make yourself relevant and make yourself irreplaceable. Right now, Julius Randle is irreplaceable. You are not about to trade a Julius Randle to anybody else because he's the best player on the team.
Never.
That's what it's all about. And you know, you get into these tips to where people want to say, well, this person did this or that. Hey, I'm telling you right now, this Obi, I want to see what he's doing, what he does tomorrow. For me, tomorrow is a must watch game. Just if for no other reason, I want to see how Obi flows.
And I think Obi's gonna drop like 18 tomorrow, easy.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get a double-double. I'm gonna give him a double-double.
18 and 12.
Yeah, he might even so a triple-double may be reaching, but he's gonna be on the court for a long time. I'm just saying, a long time. And you know, I think he'll be more comfortable when you see Derrick Rose and quickly coming to the game versus playing with Evan and Kemba. Because you know, I believe they have that chemistry going on. But you know, we'll see.
Hey, I'm gonna move this mic out of the way. Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay. So, Obi putting up numbers like that, we better win. I don't care. I don't care if Obi go out and get 8 points and 10 rebounds. We better win.
Right.
Because if you take out if you take out Julius Randle,
you still got to be able to win games.
You saw how impressive we looked in preseason game number 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
If you take out Randle and you put in Obi and Knox and we lose, tomorrow night this conversation is going to be very
totally different. Yes.
Because I'm going to come in here scorching hot.
Yeah, you're gonna be on fire tomorrow.
And I ain't trying to intimidate nobody. That ain't what I'm trying to do. What I'm saying is, if we clamor for Obi, and we clamor for these young guys,
right?
They take their behinds out there and lose.
Yeah,
that's scorching hot tomorrow.
I'm with you. That makes sense.
Because at the end of the day, goal number 1 is win.
But that first game, Julius Randle looked pretty damn good though for that first game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He looked good.
You don't even
ready to roll.
You don't even remember how he scored.
You don't.
No, I don't.
You don't.
But what he got you? 20 points and 9
20
rebounds?
points. Yep, 20 points and 9 rebounds.
I saw 20. I'm like, where'd that 20 come from?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if tonight Obi come out here and get you 33 points and 17 rebounds and we lose by 10, this conversation tomorrow night is going to be totally different.
Different.
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
G-Man for life is not gonna be able to tell me nothing. Cause you know me, I'm first thing smoking, bro. The first things, because if Obi is a stat patter, you know what I'm saying? If you come out there and satisfy people in the short term by this mess that we always get from cats, you know, scoring a whole bunch of points and we still lose. Yeah, and y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Don't act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all been here for the Michael Beasleys.
Yep.
The dudes that score a whole bunch of points and we still lose.
Yeah.
Sure.
Y'all was here for the Derek Williams. Y'all remember Derek Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Score a whole bunch of points and we still lose.
Still lose. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. We have to win. That's the most important thing. Tibbs is going to coach to win, right? But remember, Nerlens Noel was hurt. I don't think they're gonna play Nerlens Noel in this game either. I don't know. I don't.
He's hurt. He's hurt already, Freezy?
Already.
Oh my goodness.
Already.
Well, he broke a finger.
A sore right knee, I think.
Yeah, he's got knee problems. He's got knee problems.
It's these trainers too with these players.
And that's one of those things, right? That we have to be cognizant of and think about what it is that these guys are doing. And like I said, you know, your best ability is availability. So I mean, you got to make sure these guys are available to play the games when you need one to play at the end of the day.
Yo, Sarge, how's Cornerstone Kev doing? He was sick or something?
Yeah, he's good. He's
good?
Yeah, he's out of the hospital. He's back at home. And
he was in the hospital. Oh,
yeah,
God.
He was in the hospital for a little bit, and he'll be back. I'm sure. And he was on the show. He was on the morning drive the other day, so that's how I know he's doing okay because he's back. He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
That's good.
He's
good
back. Yeah, but he's good. He's good for sure. Let me see, but you know, to Freezy's point, I got to see. The reason I'm watching this game, I want to see. And again, to that point, I always want Obi to get more minutes, right? But you got to be careful what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to be careful what you ask for.
They got to give him the minutes tomorrow. They got to give him minutes.
Yeah, I don't see any way around that.
25 minutes he should get easy.
Yeah, he should get. I think he should get Randall's minutes.
Yeah,
and Knox should get Obi's minutes.
Yeah,
right. But the point I'm getting at is this. And I know I saw somebody in the chat was like, "Yo, it's only preseason." Not, bruh. Listen, it's only preseason for teams that are championship contenders. It's only preseason for them. When you're a perennial loser, preseason is a place that you set good habits and structure. Right. You continue to establish your culture. You bring dudes along and teach them how to play the right way.
Right.
That's what preseason is for the Knicks. If you're the Lakers or the Bucks or the Golden State Warriors, the preseason is you want to get back in a rhythm because you have a championship caliber team, right? You just want to make sure you make it through the preseason healthy, and remember there's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yep. So,
but when you're the Knicks.
It's different.
It's not a marathon. It's a sprint.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember that you are in catch-up mode, right? You have to catch up to teams. You have to catch up to the Milwaukee Bucks, and teams like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to establish good culture. You have to play hard. You have to establish good habits early on. You can't just flip a switch, right? Because in order for you to flip a switch on or off, you have once had to have been on.
Right.
The Knicks have never been on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So in order to go from on to off, on and off, the Knicks have never been a championship team. Not I mean, and I'm talking about
recently. In recent history. Yeah.
The Knicks haven't been a championship caliber team. Just saying it's the preseason doesn't apply to the Knicks. The Knicks are a team trying to establish a culture and an identity. Right? Yep. They want to become a championship level team. So every opportunity they get to improve, they have to take advantage of that opportunity.
That's right.
If you're the Lakers, you could look like trash in the preseason because you already have LeBron, who's a multiple-time MVP. You got Russell Westbrook, who's a league MVP. You got Carmelo Anthony, who's a scoring champion.
Jeez.
You got Anthony Davis, that's a multiple-time All-Star,
and Dwight Howard,
and Dwight Howard, who was the #1 pick,
and Rondo, right?
Right, and Rondo, who's an NBA champion. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of kick it into gear when you know what I'm saying
when you want to.
Yeah, but when you're the Knicks,
they don't roll like that.
You can't do that.
No,
you got to establish an identity.
Yeah,
right?
So Rich Boy in the chat says, suppose Obi drops 35 points, 15 rebounds, and we win by 20. What will be the conversation then? So I'm gonna tell you what the conversation is going to be. And I'm going to go ahead and head this off. They're going to say, well, okay, he did that, but he did that in preseason. So it don't count.
Man, preseason. They're going to say preseason. Yeah,
exactly. Preseason don't count. Listen, preseason or regular season, you still playing against NBA caliber talent, right? These are professional basketball players. So who plays, who doesn't play, that's not my thing, right? What I'm looking at is the production from that position and from that man. And then we can take and build upon that. Because if Tom Thibodeau did not think that Obi Toppin was capable of playing at the 4, then him and Quickly would have been doing what they did in Summer League. Oh, yeah? Okay, yeah, I said it. Summer League. So, yeah, G-Man, we talk about Summer League. Okay, so what, again, and this is how things come full circle, Danny. This is how I bring things full circle, right? We always said you cannot walk before you crawl, right? You can't run before you walk.
Yes.
So you have to start somewhere. And in order for me to feel like you can walk, I'm holding your little hands when your little feet, you know how little babies do. They taking them little steps and whatnot. And then eventually you let their hands go and they walking on their own. You're a proud dad. You're a proud papa at that point. Oh, look, my baby's walking. You know what I'm saying? Now, once you hit that toddler age, you're like, okay, here you come running around the corner because you want that Capri Sun that you just saw me open up.
Yeah.
And you got to learn how to stop because now you done ran into the kitchen table and I got to perform triage on your forehead because you got a cut over your eye.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and then once we evolve to the point where you can put all that together, you have figured out in your mind, you have evolved. You have said, now I know in this spot I walk. In this spot, I run. Right. In this spot, I dominate everyone that's weaker than me. That is one Mr. Obadiah Toppin. So for all of you naysayers right here, but look, you're going to have me. Let me get to the camera. I ain't had to do this in a long time. Y'all got me feeling a certain kind of way tonight. It's Freezy's fault too. So I'm going to look into the camera right now. I'm going to tell you. I don't want to hear this nonsense about we just talking about preseason. In my Allen Iverson practice. We're talking about practice. Practice? We're talking about preseason? The second game? Preseason? Really? Listen, yes, that's what we're talking about because the smart mind, the thinking mind says, I'm going to take what I saw you do in preseason. I'm going to evaluate who was on the court. I'm going to evaluate the scheme that we utilize against this team and figure out if I can plug and play that same type mentality when we get into the season. So Julius Randle is not playing 30 minutes a game, especially early on in the season. So we don't beat him down. So when we get to the postseason, he's still fresh. He's still right. Fresh. He's still fresh. Man, stop it. Stop it. Boy, look.
That talk, yeah.
People don't understand, man. I'm telling you. And at one point in time, so this is what I would do, right? So when you're a grown man, right? This is what grown men do, right? When you're right, and I come over here and I say I'm right, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna rub it right up under your nose, I'm gonna put it in your nose hairs so you can smell it all the time. You're not gonna be able to get away with it, right? But when I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong. So there were two things that I'm gonna take ownership for right now. All right. So number one was when we drafted, and Freezy mentioned this dude a little bit earlier. When we went out and we got one Mr. Luka Vildoza and brought him over. We never saw him in a Knicks jersey. No. Right? We did, except in summer league. That's the only time we saw him play. Now, what to his detriment, he was hurt, so he couldn't participate in the competition at the guard spot. But we deep at the guard spot, so I totally understand. Going ahead and empty that spot and doing something different. I get it. That's one. I think that when we got him, we should have been able to insert him into the rotation at some point. Where I don't know, but I'm saying I think that I would have gave him some burn over the guy that just left the organization. That's just me. But that didn't happen. That's water under the bridge. It is what it is. I wish Luka the best in his future endeavors.
Yes.
The second guy that we're going to talk about real quick, and I was standing on the mountaintop beating my drums to high heavens for anybody that was listening, and that's my guy Sharif Cooper. Look, you cannot tell me that the New York Knicks were not going to go get Sharif Cooper. And when that didn't happen, I'm telling you, I was sitting in this recliner right now. I was firecracker hot. I'm like, no, you not only did you pass him by once, but twice. What is going on right now? But revisionist history says, I'm content with the picks that we have right now. Now, would a Sharif Cooper kind of flowed a little bit different if he was on the Knicks roster? Would this roster look as good? We don't know. That's a whole bunch of hyperboles or what ifs. We don't know what that looks like. What I would say to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, for the 54 of you watching right now, and for everybody that will rewatch this podcast, I'm not telling you I was wrong. I'm going to tell you that the front office had a better plan than G-Man. That's what I would tell you. Okay. They knew who they wanted. They knew what that organization was supposed to look like, and they went out and they executed it. I didn't understand all the trading back for this person. I didn't get none of that because I had no clue of what we were doing. None.
Yeah.
But, after the dust settles, the smoke clears, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. You know what I'm saying? I can see all the obstacles in my way now. It. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. That's where we at. But
what's going to happen, Sanj?
What's that?
Like you said, Obi's going to come out tomorrow. Let's say he's going to drop 35 and 20, and we win by 15 or 20 the game.
Right.
The topic's going to be, well, now how are we going to get this guy minutes? With Randall coming back, he's got to get in there. How are we going to do this? That's going to be the topic.
So I think this, right? I think that how this benefits the Knicks in the long run. So I'm going to take the narrative out of Obi playing the three. That's not in the cards right now. I'm telling you, unless something happens that's totally different, I don't see Obi playing at the three with Randall on the court. I don't see that happening. So Obi is going to continue to play behind Randall, but I think what this does and how this benefits the Knicks squad overall is it decreases the amount of minutes that Randall has to play. Because when you start putting wear and tear on bodies, then it takes long. As you get old, and we all up there in age, right?
Yeah.
So that injury that you had at 19, and you can just roll out of bed the next day and be like, okay, I'm going to get this, and it ain't no problem, right? Right now, I used to hop out of bed. Now I got to roll out of bed.
I fall out of bed.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's definitely something. I think if Obi goes out and he has a good performance, I think that gives Tom Thibodeau a little bit more definitive mindset that says I can sit Randall longer, and then and be confident when Obi is in the game.
Exactly.
Yes. So what I wanted to say I want to man, G-Man just disappeared. Okay.
Wow.
So the one thing I wanted to say about the Belichick comparison that I made was Tibbs is an excellent coach, man, and he is kind of like the absorbed guy in coaching. When you hear coaches talk about Tibbs, they talk about how he is a student of the game, right? Kind of like Belichickian almost. And so I made the reference to Belichick in that both defensive minded guys, both are more flexible on offense than people give them credit for. And then when you give the guy, when you give him the weapons on offense to be a certain thing offensively, then you see a difference, right?
Of course.
Right. You know, and so the thing I guess I'm getting at is when Tibbs gets his Brady type guy, I think you'll see the Knicks turn the corner. And the Brady type guy, I think that Tibbs is going to get is already here, and we all know who he is. The only thing is that young player is flawed right now, right? So what I'm getting at is I think Emmanuel Quickly is that Tom Brady type guy, right?
Quickly, right? Yeah,
Quickly, yeah,
I can see that.
yeah. I think Quickly is that Tom Brady type guy drafted late, low expectations, comes into your franchise, brings hard work at a high work ethic, understands a lot of the rules, but is a sponge when it comes to the rules, right? And so it's a deal where
Who else could it be if it's not Quickly? Who else do you think it could be?
I don't think that other person is there. Now here's the thing. We look at Tom Brady as if he's the greatest player of all time, right? The greatest NFL player of all time. Some people look at Tom Brady as that. He didn't start out as that. He started out as the backup quarterback, came in. You know what I'm saying? Because people forget Drew Bledsoe was the number one pick in an NFL draft.
Bledsoe,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, Drew Bledsoe was talented, right? But the thing is with Brady is over the years he got better and better and better until he reached elite status. And then once he got to elite status, he stayed there for a very long time.
He kept it, yeah.
Yeah, he stayed there for yeah. And so the thing is with Quickly is, Quickly has flaws in his game, and we know this. Just like Tom Brady had flaws in his game when he was a young player. Yep. Tom Brady was not a risk taker on those third down and sevens. Instead of throwing that ball across the middle to a tight end in traffic to see if he could get the first down, he would dump it down in a flat to a running back that would get 4 yards, and the Patriots would punt. Right? And people were frustrated, like, Tom, throw the ball downfield, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Take a risk, Tom Brady. Come on. And Tom Brady wouldn't do that. Right? It's the same thing with Quickly. People look at Quickly like, well, Quickly's not a point guard. Well, maybe he's not. Maybe Quickly's not the prototype size 4'2". But the one thing you can't say about Emmanuel Quickly is that he is not an NBA player. Quickly is an NBA player.
Yes. Yes,
right?
he is.
Quickly can contribute. Now, his contributions may be done in different ways, maybe not conventional ways, but so what? If you're getting production, a high level of production from a player that's getting the most out of the least, that's Emmanuel Quickly.
Yes.
Right? Because Quickly is not the fastest. He's not the biggest. He's not the most athletic, but he's productive. And so the thing, and so G-Man will be back, but G-Man said his computer crashed on him. But the thing about Quickly is he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the fastest, he's not the most athletic, but he is very smart.
Intelligent. Yes.
Yeah.
He's smart.
He's very smart. Like the one thing that doesn't happen with Quickly is historically, hey, CT, what's good? CT, I saw y'all rock it earlier. I was watching the show, man. I enjoy you and Divine together, bro. But the thing you can't say about Quickly is that he'll turn the ball over. He does not do that. Historically, he doesn't do that. Will he have some high turnover games? Yeah. You know, Tom Brady had high interception games. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 interceptions. Yeah, it happens, bro. Some of them were Tom Brady's fault. Some of them were not. But they are what they are. Right? I'm not saying that Quickly is Tom Brady. Right?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You never know.
Not yet. Right? What I will say though is if you look at what Tom Brady brought to a Bill Belichick early on, Brady was a young guy with something to prove. Didn't have all the physical attributes you want for a quarterback. Tom Brady wasn't fast. He wasn't the strongest. But what he was is Tom Brady had a fire in his belly to win every game.
Yeah.
And would blow a gasket when he was down, right? Would blow a gasket when he was down, when he was losing. Salute, CT, salute. And so the thing is, with an Emmanuel Quickly, you know, just be patient with this young fella. Be patient with Obi too, by the way. Because we're not bashing Obi.
No.
We just point out areas of improvement that we would like to see as a Knicks fan.
More than 3 rebounds.
Yeah, and because Tibbs said it in a press conference. Yeah, after the game, it was like, what area do we need to work on? One of the first things he said is rim protection and rebounding. Right? Pointing out the bigs, rim protection and rebounding. Right? When you back up point guard, think about this. Quickly is the third point guard and the third shooting guard, right? Second shooting guard, third shooting guard, whatever. And a guard rotation of Fournier, Kemba, Rose. Quickly is the fourth guard, right? When the fourth guard has more rebounds than your starting center and the backup power forward, then there's a problem.
There's a problem. Yeah.
There's a problem. You know,
how did that guy Sims look? He played, right? The center?
Yeah. Sims, he is a ball of energy, bro. He's a bull in the China shop, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude is he's physical. He was bumping people around. You know how you accidentally bump people around, you moving and people are bouncing around, bodies just and I think he caught a lob from Quickly too.
I saw that. He gets up, that guy. He could jump.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So and I hope Knicks fans are not taking this the wrong way. I'm not bashing Obi. What I'm saying is for a dude 6'9", 220, you know what I'm saying? You would like
a point. Of course.
You would like to see him block more shots and get more rebounds.
But he's got to be aggressive for that. He's got to want it. You got to want that.
Right. No doubt. So you have to impose your will. And Obi didn't do that last year.
No.
Tone Wu, what's good? Ladies and gentlemen, Tone Wu is in the building. What's good? Wu, there it is. What's good? So this dude G-Man for life dodged Rich Boy's question. Rich Boy says, suppose Obi drops 35 and 15 rebounds and we win by 20 points. What will the conversation be then? I'll answer that question since G-Man dodged it, right? So here's the thing with that, right? If Obi does 35 and 15, I want to know how many minutes he played first. Because if he did that in 30 minutes, 28, 29, 30 minutes, then now I'm thinking that Obi really put in work this offseason and he is a lot better than we anticipated.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Because his 35 points and 15 rebounds will have been impactful and not just pat statting. I said pat statting.
Yeah, you did.
It's not stat padding in a preseason, right? So you would hope that if Obi does that, then he will be. You would like to see more of it. Basically, is what I'm getting at. It's like when babies taste sugar for the first time. What is that substance? It does not taste like dry oatmeal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Uncle Freezy,
yes, sir.
if Obi puts up those numbers the way that they're quoted, 35 and 15, or anything close to it, Freezy, it's the preseason.
It's only preseason.
It's only preseason.
That's
what are we talking about?
We're talking about preseason.
We're talking about preseason right now. What are we saying?
I understand where y'all going with that too. And I do sense a bit of sarcasm.
As you should.
Right.
As you should.
Jonathan Green was good. So but the thing is, man, is to me it's if Obi puts up those numbers, we should be asking ourselves, how come we don't see more of that? Right? The Washington Wizards are not a great team right now.
Right.
And if Obi does 35 and 15 against them, against a bad NBA team in the preseason, there will be two sides to this thing.
Who do they have on the team now?
Spencer
I can't name
Dinwiddie.
anybody.
Yeah, Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie. What I'm looking the most forward to in tomorrow's game is the locking down of Bradley Beal. That's what I want to see. Okay. I want to see Bradley Beal shoot 3 for 17 tomorrow night or tonight. That's what I want to see.
Right.
I want to see Bradley Beal get locked down by RJ Barrett.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. I don't care if Obi, and I know this is extreme, but I don't care if Obi Toppin get 40 points and 6 rebounds, right? What I want to see is RJ Barrett lock down a dominant wing scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Because that will tell us more about the Knicks than Obi Toppin scoring a bunch of points in Julius Randle's absence.
Facts.
The second thing I want to see is Kevin Knox do something. I want to see Kevin Knox earn his jersey tomorrow. No lie. And I'm not knocking.
I hope so.
I'm not knocking Kevin Knox, right?
Right.
But what I want to see is Kevin Knox earn his jersey.
Yeah.
Right? I want to see Kevin Knox earn his jersey.
I hope so.
Because if Kevin Knox puts up a
10 points,
if Kevin Knox throws out a dud, say if Kevin Knox is 2 for 9 in 16 minutes with 1 rebound and 4 fouls, now you like, yeah, is this dude even worth carrying along?
Is he for real?
Is he for real? Yeah. Now, scoring is not the most important thing,
right?
Because if Kevin Knox goes out and does a 2 for 9, but has like 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and a couple of blocks.
Yeah.
Now you like, okay, his shot wasn't going, but he did other stuff.
Right.
And that has always been the knock on Knox, no pun intended. That when his shot's not going, what else can he do?
Right. What other value do you bring?
Right.
For sure.
Right. The knock on Knox is when his shot's not going, what else can he do?
Right.
Everything else is messed up. Yeah.
For sure.
Right. You can't be an NBA player and not bring not for Tibbs anyway. You can't be an NBA player and say, all I do is shoot.
You can't be one dimensional. That's for sure.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if Knox comes out tomorrow and has, 3 blocks, 9 rebounds, 2 or 3 steals, saves some possessions, dives for loose balls, saves possessions, takes a couple of charges, Now, see, now we talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we talking, right?
For sure.
But if Knox has a good Knox game, say 6 for 11, 4 or 6 from 3, scores you like 15 points, and the other parts of the stat sheet is still blank.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't showed us nothing.
No.
Because we knew he could shoot.
Right.
But what else does he bring to the table? You know,
true that.
Say he knocks down 4 threes tomorrow and has 1 rebound and 3 personal fouls, and that's it. Well, that's Kevin Knox from year 1.
Yeah.
Right?
First year Knox, yep.
Right, that's first year Knox.
Yeah, man.
What we want to do is see Kevin Knox be an all-around good NBA player. Right? And the thing with Obi is you want to see Obi do that too. Obi doesn't have to score 20 points tomorrow, but if he plays 25, 30 minutes, he better be over 6 or 7 rebounds.
Of course.
Yeah. We definitely need that, especially if Taj is starting at the 5 tomorrow.
Right.
I haven't seen the starting lineup, but I'm assuming that Taj is starting at the 5.
Right.
He started last game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They say he looked good too.
Yeah.
He did. I mean, but again, we talked about Taj Gibson, right? So, Taj was doing what the team needed for him to do. And because number one, I was shocked when they said Nerlens wasn't going to play. I was like, what?
You're like,
going
already?
On right yeah. I'm like, this is preseason game number 1 and he's not playing? What in the world, Mr. Glass? What's going on right now?
Mr. Glass.
Right.
He's like, no.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, we're not doing this. But Taj came in, he did his thing. And then we got to see the young kid come in.
Sims.
And, Sims came in, he did his thing, but he looked like a rookie. He looked like that 22-year-old, fresh out of college, first time on the NBA court with NBA caliber talent. And, you got Tibbs standing over there. And now this year, Tibbs is not yelling Obi's name. Tibbs is yelling Sims' name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what goes on and how it's going to go down.
Okay.
We'll see. But to Freezy's point, I agree. If because we don't know, Tibbs could come out tomorrow night and be like, "Well, no, I'm not starting Obi at the 4. I'm going to move this person over here to do this, and I'm going to bring this person off the bench to do that." Obi could still be coming off the bench. I don't know. I have no clue what's in Tibbs' mind, right? But I know what I would like to see. So we will have to see what the game plan is and how things develop. But I in my mind, I believe that Obi's going to get substantial playing time. Yeah, he's going to get substantial playing time. But at the same time, this is a great opportunity, to Freezy's point, to give Kevin Knox that burn and figure out what is it. Does he have it or does he not have it? Have these 4 years been worth this effort that we put into this young man? Because at some point in Knox's tenure with the Knicks, we had to deprogram him because he was taught really, really bad early on in his career. So we had to deprogram that and then put him in a situation to where he's able to succeed. I see you got a chatter pad up there. Go ahead, Freezy.
So Scoey, SKOE, thank you for the super chatter platter. Hey, bro, where you been, man? We've been missing you. So salute to the Blorange family. When I look at Obi, I get Jermaine O'Neal vibes. He played behind killers and developed into a beast. A good problem we have. Yeah, I think so.
For sure.
I think so. And so I like this dude, by the way. I like this cat right here. So yeah. Shout out to my man.
No doubt.
So yeah, man. So here's the other question that I asked earlier. Where is Quentin Grimes? Is that Danny sleeping?
Look.
Danny, you doze off?
Look, that's what happens when you let that pillow wrap around your head. It's gonna suck you in. Man. It's gonna suck you in every time.
Hey,
time to get up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But So the question I had, one of the other questions I had, so I had two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who will be the breakout player this year, right? Who's going to jump on the
Right.
radar? Last year, depending on your preferences, it was Emmanuel Quickly because he was a dude off the radar that wound up being a valuable piece during the regular season,
Right.
right?
Okay.
I think it's going to be Obi.
You think it's going to be Obi this year?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I agree.
So let me ask this. Let me ask y'all this. Where is Quentin Grimes?
So Quentin Grimes to me is that he's like that if you have everybody in their house when you go grocery shopping, you have a pantry, right? Whether it's in the kitchen or if you got a shelf in the garage or however you choose to.
He froze.
G-Man froze up on me.
G-Man, you froze. Yeah. I think it's going to be Obi.
So yeah, so the thing, yeah, it might be Obi.
It could be quickly again. It could be. Maybe he's going to step up and get even better this year.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Let me do that right quick until G-Man unfreeze or whatever happens. Where is Quentin Grimes though, bro?
Was he there? Did you see him on the bench?
No, he played.
Yeah.
But the first rookie guard off the bench was Miles McBride. It makes you wonder if Tibbs prefers McBride over Grimes at this moment. Maybe not long term.
Just at the moment.
Yeah, maybe the game situation dictated that Tibbs goes to McBride. Because at the end of the game, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. We were on watching the game together. And so at the end of the game, I was just reading the chat and wasn't really watching the game like that. But I had it playing. So I didn't really pay attention to the end of the game because it was a blowout.
Yeah.
Right. But the thing is this. Tibbs grabbed McBride before he grabbed Grimes. And I don't know if that's a sign of things to come.
But who do you think should be grabbed first, though, out of both of them? Who would you prefer? Because McBride is what for defense?
Yeah, I don't know which player is better at this point. I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't know which player is better. But if you go by conventional wisdom, you would want your first round pick to be the first player picked. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to your second round pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of those deals where you would hope Quentin Grimes shows enough where Tibbs trusts him and
give him some burn.
Give him some burn. Yeah. I just don't know. It made me feel uncomfortable a little bit. Right. And not uncomfortable in a way like I think McBride is a bust, but it makes me, wonder how Quentin Grimes is going to get minutes if this team is so deep.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah. Hey, so Nick Yak says McBride is better. He fell to us. That may be the case. I'm not sure either way. But the thing is you just want to see how things play out, right? You just want to see how things play out. Hey, Danny, what are you doing tomorrow? Are you gonna watch the game tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Okay.
I should see the game, but I might be doing some overtime.
Oh,
Might
Man,
be.
Overtime seems to be good nowadays, bro. That extra cash.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
Never
extra,
say no to that, right?
yeah, man. No. How's Lucas?
He's good. He's
Good.
right now. He's.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to do that as well. Man, I've
Yeah,
been up.
I was knocking out before too. Like I've been working so much lately. That's why you don't see me on as much as I used to before.
Yeah. 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 No doubt, man. It's a, you know.
You need to sleep too. You're the man that hardly sleeps.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
need to get your rest too, bro.
yeah. I have a personal issue with sleep right now. So yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. Trying to get some. So, but anyway, man, I'm gonna wrap up right here, man, and get out of here.
What happened to the Sarge?
And work on some.
He checked out.
No, I think he's got a system issue. Computer. Okay, he got like some computer stuff going on. But I'm a wrap right here. I'll jump on tomorrow though. Do some freezy time, and we can all hang out.
Yeah,
and then we'll probably pick up. We'll see about the Quentin Grimes thing during tomorrow's game. But tell Lucas, man, everybody said hello.
I will.
And I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you everybody for coming through and hanging out with us.
Thank you, Freezy.
Yeah, man. I'm a peace out right here, and I'll holler at y'all later.
See you tomorrow, Freezy.